morning, sir.
It is a matter of immense privilege and deep emotion for me to stand before you today. There are many occasions in life when one receives the recognition and honor, but there is something uniquely humbling about being welcomed by one's alma mater. Because an institution does not merely remember what we have become, it remembers who we were once. I entered Patna Law College as a young student and completed my LLB in 1988. At that time, like every young student, I had dreams and aspirations, but I did not know where life would ultimately take me. Today, when I return to the same institution as a judge, I realize that the foundation of my professional journey was laid right here, in these classrooms, in the library, through discussions with fellow students, and above all, through the guidance of our respected teachers. Patna Law College is not merely an institution, it is a legacy. For over a century, this great institution has produced lawyers, judges, legislators, academicians, and public servants who have contributed immensely to our constitutional and democratic journey. There is a beautiful Sanskrit saying, Vidya dadati vinayam, vinaya niyati patratam. Knowledge gives humility, and humility leads to worthiness. This, I believe, is the true purpose of education. Knowledge is important, but knowledge without character is incomplete. Law occupies a unique position in society. It protects rights, regulates power, and provides the framework within which society functions. A lawyer, therefore, does not merely represent a client, he represents the principle that justice must prevail over power. And when one moves from bar to the bench, the responsibility becomes even greater. A judge is entrusted not merely with deciding disputes, but with protecting rights, upholding constitutional values, and ensuring fairness and impartiality. With judicial office comes authority, but more importantly, it brings responsibility and accountability. My good friend, the respected principal, Dr. Verma said something regarding discipline. He appreciated you that you had shown a great amount of discipline yesterday in the function. He was very much pleased. I would just like to say that when we talk of law, discipline is synonymous to law. It cannot be expected from a lawyer, it cannot be expected from a law student to be indisciplined. So it is every time our expectation, and you all have acted beyond expectation, that you all are disciplined students. Our ancient wisdom reminds us, Satyamev Jayate Nanantam. Truth alone triumphs, not falsehood. Truth alone triumphs, not falsehood. For those associated with the legal profession, these words should remain a lifelong guiding principle. Students often ask me what qualities are essential for success in law. My answer is simple. read extensively, be a voracious reader, think independently, listen patiently, speak responsibly, and above all, never compromise your integrity. To the young students present here, I would say, do not measure success merely by designation. Whether you become an advocate, judge, academician, prosecutor, corporate lawyer, or civil servant, every role contributes to the rule of law. Dream big, work hard, but always remain grounded in values. As Dr. APJ Kalam said, dream, dream, dream. Dreams transform into thoughts, and thoughts result into action. The Constitution of India is not merely a legal document. It represents our collective commitment to justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. Every generation receives this constitutional inheritance as a trust, and it is the responsibility of the next generation to preserve and strengthen it. I would also like to express my deepest regards and gratitude to Dr. Verma, who invited me here for this. Years pass, faces change, and careers evolve. But the values imparted by a good teacher remain with us throughout our lives. If today I have been able to discharge my responsibilities with sincerity, a substantial part of the credit goes to the teachers who taught us not merely the provision of law, but also the ethics of legal profession. Now, I have stood in courtrooms for many years. I have addressed judges as an advocate. Later life gave me the responsibility of hearing advocates and from the other side of the courtroom. But before all of that, I was a student of this very institution. So today, I do not want this to be a conventional lecture where I speak for an hour and you politely listen. Let us make it a class. And since it is a class, I am entitled to ask questions. Let me begin with one. How many of you believe that a person who knows law, who knows very large number of sections and judgments, will necessarily become a very good lawyer?
No, sir.
I hope you understand.
No, sir. I don't believe that.
तालियां नहीं, आप लोग समझिए पहले ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ. अगर समझ में नहीं आती है, you have every right to raise your hand. I will repeat it. How many of you believe that a person who knows a very large number of sections and judgments will necessarily become a very good lawyer?
No, sir.
Yes. All right, you have succeeded. Very good. Now I will make the question slightly more difficult. The same question, but slightly more difficult. Try to understand. Suppose there are two lawyers, but both know the same law. Everybody studies the same law. Both have access to the same judgments. Both have the same database. Both have the same legal database. Today, both can even have access to the same artificial intelligence tools. आज AI का ज़माना है, किताब पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है। चलो, उनका नाम उसी पर दे दो। अगर अगली प्रश्न, yet one becomes an outstanding lawyer and the other remains an ordinary lawyer. Both of them studied the same thing, they are having the same judgments, same sections, they are marked up, entering the court. One of them is judged as one of the best lawyers. The other one remains being the subject. Why? Question is why? A big question mark. Why it happens? All these lawyers have some merit, but I want to suggest another answer today. The difference is often not simply what they know. The difference is how they think, how you place them, how you make submissions. That is more important. And that is what I want you to discuss with me today. Therefore I have come, not to give lectures, to make you prepare as a good lawyer through different tools. AI is one of the tools. You cannot depend wholly and solely on AI. This I want to convey. Not simply how to know law, how to think like a lawyer. What does it actually mean to think like a lawyer? I said to think like a lawyer, but what does it mean? Let us begin with a problem. Imagine that tomorrow morning you are an advocate. Get a degree, you are not a person. I hope you are studying for now I am an advocate. Now you must be having a chamber that will be required for advocacy, that you should have a separate chamber. Now one fine morning, client enters the chamber. खुशी लगी है ना, चलो एक तो मौकी लाया ना, he enters the chamber. Now what is the first question you will ask? Client has come, his status is that he has been dismissed from services. I don't know, service law is taught here or not? The last occasion when I came here, the other principal, Dr. Rani Bishop was here. He promised me that he will get introduced to service law. But he now has not been done. Okay, we will put efforts. Now, what will be the first question you will ask your client? A dismissed employee has entered your chamber. What will be the first question you will ask? Now listen.
फीस कितना दीजिए?
First question will be when you were dismissed.
नो सर, पहले फीस.
Why you were dismissed? Was there a departmental proceeding? Was he given notice? Was he given an opportunity to defend himself? Who passed the dismissal order? Was the authority competent enough? What were the charges? Was evidence produced? Was the finding supported by evidence? Was the punishment proportionate to the misconduct? Meaning thereby, the punishment awarded was proportionate to the charges or not? Is there a departmental remedy available? Meaning thereby, is there a provision of appeal? Has he exhausted it? And perhaps even, has he come to court within time? Limitation. I hope you know Limitation Act.
Yes, sir.
And notice what has happened. 5 minutes ago, the client had given us one sentence. If your mind working, think what I am telling you. The client came to you with only one sentence that I have been dismissed. Now, as a lawyer, you have converted that dismissal into 10 questions. Why he was dismissed, how he was dismissed, was evidence laid, where charges submitted, whether he was given an opportunity of hearing natural justice or the other part of. All these things came from the mind. So this is a lawyer, how a lawyer thinks. Right? तो आपको नहीं बताएगा ना. You will develop. Now let us change one fact. Suppose the employee says, yes, there was an inquiry, but they never gave me an opportunity to respond to the principal evidence against me. Now what comes into your mind? He says, oh, I was given a chance, but full opportunity was not given. I was not given opportunity to respond to the evidence. Natural justice, what you say, are you aware?
Yes, sir.
Or the atom bottom? Yes, how many of you are aware? Yes, some more hands are coming. Very good. That means that before passing any order, before coming to a conclusion, you have to give chance to the other side. Provision of natural justice. But now I'll ask you something more difficult. Now the question becomes difficult. Where exactly is natural justice written in Article 40? आपको कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पढ़ाया जाता होगा. Now we must have taught Article 14.
Yes, sir.
Everybody knows Article 14. Everywhere we see yes, I see your hand. First listen to the question, then raise your hand. I am putting a question to you. Constitution में Article 14 सबों ने पढ़ा है.
Yes, sir.
All of you must have read.
Yes, sir.
I am asking you whether there is any provision of natural justice mentioned in Article 14.
Yes, sir. Yes.
तो आया कहाँ से?
अमेरिका
अमेरिका से. Yes, anybody? All right. Yes. Yes, yes. Yes.
ब्रिटेन सर.
Stand up. You are a disciplined lawyer. बताओ. Britain. All right. Take it. You will not find the words natural justice expressly written there in the Constitution. Yet, our constitutional jurisprudence has repeatedly connected fairness, the word is fairness, non-arbitrariness, and equality. These three words are mentioned here. Beneath their mind, arbitrary, no order can be passed. What is arbitrary? Without affording any opportunity. That is arbitrary. So, there has to be an interpretation. जब लॉ में आप आए हो, लॉयर बनना चाह रहे हो, maybe litigation or judges or anything, but mind should be like a lawyer. इंजीनियर डॉक्टर से ज़्यादा माइंड लॉयर करता है. समझ में आएगा? Yes. Now, law does not reside only in the words of a provision. Law also resides in the principles that courts have developed around those words. Meaning thereby, it has been derived from the interpretations of several judgments in the case. What is the work of the judges? To hear the advocates, Thereafter, to interpret the law. But this is our one interpretation of law. After law, we have question. What is the duty of the judges? Who interprets the law? Whether it is lawyer, whether it is judges, they will have to be careful. Now, you must have heard Maneka Gandhi versus Union of India. You must have read also. Now, natural justice flows from that judgment. Maneka Gandhi versus Union. A very renowned judgment, very reputed one. It is taught in the Prabhu. You come to that judgment in hand. Whenever natural justice is asked to decide that judgment, Maneka Gandhi versus Union of India. Now, let me ask you again. Why do we still teach a judgment delivered in 1978? Delivering a judgment in 1978. Still we are harping on that judgment. It is because law student must remember famous statements. This is not the answer. I am saying, is it because that you have to remember famous judgment, therefore you have to remember. Let me ask you. The answer will be complete no. We remember Maneka Gandhi because it demonstrates something much more important, how constitutional interpretation evolves. Article 21. Maneka Gandhi is remembered. Why? Because there is interpretation of Article 21, which is very essential. It is one of the important articles of Indian Constitution. Therefore, Maneka Gandhi. What it says, anybody? Someone has thought?
Right to life.
Yes, anybody? Raise your hand. Like a disciplined person. Yes, you. Huh? Right to life. क्या होता है? मैं नहीं जानता. बताओ.
Personal liberty.
Article 21 says, no person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to procedure established by law. Even your principal, even your vice chancellor, even your professor, nobody can deprive you of that liberty. So you are armed with Article 40, Article 21 by the Constitution. You get my point? Am I clear? आप लोगों को लगेगा कि ये तो क्लास लेने लगे कल साहब. You have to take class. अच्छा लग रहा है?
Yes, sir.
I will continue. A purely mechanical reading could have produced a very narrow understanding, but constitutional law did not remain clear. The procedure affecting life or personal liberty had to satisfy constitutional standards of fairness. Article 40, 19, and 21 began to be understood in an interconnected manner. All are interconnected. Now come back to our government employee. This case may appear to be a small service matter. You are talking about dismissal. One client has come in her chamber. Dismiss employee. After listening, I will ask you a question. Are you sleeping? Now, but underneath that, apparently ordinary dispute may lie fundamental questions concerning fairness, equality, exercise of state power, natural justice, and judicial review. I spent a considerable part of my professional life dealing with service and constitutional matters. And one lesson that such litigations teaches you is this: never allow the size of a case to determine the size of principle involved in it. ये छोटा हो सकता है, but पॉइंट जो उसमें इन्वॉल्व होगा that's really of great importance. Maybe in that case a law is later. I have argued several cases. As a judge, I have delivered several judgments. And I feel proud to say that many of them, law has been let out and those are law of the land instead of land. This has also been addressed by the state of Bihar. You will get those in the law judgments. As 95% cases I was doing on the service matter. I was expertise in service matter. Therefore, I was able to do or ask the order of judgment delivered in service matter. Whenever somebody gives you a legal problem, do not immediately open a database or search a judgment. What I say, whenever you face any problem or case, तो तुरंत वो लैपटॉप खोल के जजमेंट में ही डाल दिया। You are not supposed to get angry with it. सबके पास लैपटॉप है, कंप्यूटर लैपटॉप में लैपटॉप आया, कोई मैटर आया, क्लास में कोई प्रॉब्लम दिया गया, एडवांस लिखो आउटसाइड जगह हो जाएगी। If you follow me, if you go by me, I will discourage you. First, prepare yourself. Know that what is the law involved. Go to the library, get a book, go through the law. Article 1940, Article 1970. You have to examine what is Article 40, what is Article 19, what is Article 21, and thereafter comes the law. Now, some more difficult questions. Until now, I have given you a conventional legal problem to practice in law. Suppose a video appears on social media. It clearly shows a man accepting a bribe. His face is visible. His voice is audible. The prosecution produces the video before court. After that, वेट कर दिया वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग कर देखिए ट्रैफिक का सिपाही 50 रुपया पुलिस देगा पेपर में आता है दैट बिकम्स एन एविडेंस इन द कोर्ट वकील साहब जो आज के वकील साहब हैं मेरे कल उसको मोबाइल मिलता ही 10 साल देखी थी ये मेरे मोबाइल में कैद है नाउ वी आर Now let me tell you, Professor Virendra ji. For me, Chief Minister is not important. British institution is not important. It is not that I will leave the class because I am reading the CM. No, not important. I leave the class only if I complete. Secondly, I will leave the class the moment you start feeling bored. जब आप कहोगे कि नहीं हमने इसको नहीं पता चला साहब आपके लिए इम्पोर्टेंट हो Now, whenever you get a legal problem, do not immediately open database and search for judgment. First, take a blank sheet of paper, what I advise. Whenever you come across a problem, take a paper, pen in your hand or a pencil. Now, write down what are the facts. Number 2, what is the precise legal issue. What is the applicable law? What principle governs the issue? What authority supports that principle? What relief can legally be granted? So these are the things which you have to examine in that law. Students often reverse this process. They find a judgment first and then they try to build a client's case in court. The judgment will be expected is perfect. No, that is not advocacy and that is never how the law students will get. You have to follow what I taught you, how to prepare. The procedure, we are talking about procedure. Aga in a way find that. When you try to find some case law, there is way find. So I am the way finder. How to come to the event. Now, we were talking about that videography. A person gets died, he has been caught, now he has been released and the evidence will be caught. Now, the prosecution produces the video before the court. Should the judge believe it? Why not? It may be edited, manipulated, AI generated, or a fake one. Now the question arises. We got that first time. I think that you should believe it. It's a video recording. Now, after AI is the one. After question formulate होगा. Whether it is edited, whether it is manipulated, or AI generated. अब तो किसी का फोटो जो है बना के या इसे Now 20 years ago, if somebody said, I have the video, the existence of the video itself carried considerable persuasive force. Today your generation has to ask another question, is the event shown in the video itself is real or not? That is the question. So tell me, what do you want to know before relying upon it? Now the question is you, yes. Can you tell me? Yes. Yes, ma'am? Where do you go? What's your name? Madam? Focus. Alright, sit down. Now observe something fascinating. Technology has changed, but the lawyer's fundamental question has not. The fundamental question remains, can this evidence be trusted? Whether you can trust that evidence. Now, we are on criminal law.
हो गया सर बहुत लंबा.
Don't just memorize the new numbers. Law has changed. Criminal law has changed one.
Yes, sir.
Now what we do? Jot down करके इसमें कौन सा सेक्शन इसमें कौन सा जान कर लो. No. You are also studying law and unusual moment for generations. Your generation is entering practice under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita, and Bharatiya Saksh Adhiniyam. The temptation is to prepare a chart. Old section, old section, new section. Certainly comparative understanding is useful. But if that is all you do, you will miss the more interesting legal development. The Bharatiya Saksh Adhiniyam expressly accommodates electronic and digital records within the evidentiary framework. So I will tell you, do not merely ask what is the new section. Ask what new legal problem is this provision attempting to deal with. That should be it. Now let me give you the recent one. We are in 2026. Now it is hypothetical. Recently happened. So be careful. In July 2026, Supreme Court decided Uttar Pradesh Singh versus Jammu and Kashmir Bank Limited. The case raised a problem that would have sounded extraordinary not very long ago. Certain precedents relied upon an education were discovered to be fake or non-existence. AI generated material, think about that, a computer generates a case. This was cited in Supreme Court. वकील साहब ने अपने बहस में ये साइट किया जाता है, उनको कहाँ से मिला? AI ने उनको दिया। जज के सामने देखिए, सर my lords, this is the judgment favoring me. आपको तो शायद मालूम नहीं होगा, हम लोग के साथ पाँच फिगर आप जो बहस कर रहे हैं वो भी नोट कर रहे हैं और तुरंत फांसी काउंट होगा और जजमेंट में जाके उसको बुलाया गया कि जो बोल रहे हैं वो गलत बोल रहे हैं। आपको लग रहा है जजमेंट बोल रहे हैं maybe judgment is my figure. Now in AI, इसमें भी पॉसिबल नहीं है आप जज को गुमराह करें। So what is possible is you have to be very careful. And this judgment was cited in Supreme Court and it was a fake one. क्योंकि AI का कारण है। Not depend only on AI. That judgment never existed. न कोई वैसा बैंक जम्मू कश्मीर में है और now, if an advocate cites such a judgment without verifying it, whose fault is it? आप कहोगे ना, मैंने क्या किया, मैंने कुछ नहीं किया, AI कैसे आया? होगा, सफाई तो हो गया। Now, whether who is responsible? Is it AI? Is it the lawyer? Or is it the court itself? The Supreme Court took the matter extremely seriously and insisted upon verification and human control in education. The message which I want to give is verification and human control education. कोई भी जजमेंट मिलता है उसको वेरीफाई करो, उसका केस काउंट बना लो, वेरीफाई करो, yes, it is a real one and what the law has been made up. Now, I am not more interested in that. Now, the question comes is, who is the better lawyer? The person who found 10 judgments in 10 seconds? Or the person who discovered that the third judgment does not exist and the seventh has been overruled. Question to you all. One best lawyer.
Second one.
Second one. Very good. Round of applause. A big hand for that. Now technology can accelerate research. It cannot transfer professional responsibility. Now, another question is, should law students use artificial intelligence?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How many of you use AI for your studies?
For your?
Just number. I'm not going to tell you to stop that. That would be unrealistic. Your generation will use it at AI, even if you can stop, you will going on using it. Law firms will use, researchers will use, courts will use, governments use it, business persons use it. The important question is no longer simply, should lawyers use AI or not? That's not important. What is important? The better question comes, what must remain human when lawyers use AI? Think about that. Verification remain human. Verify करना है, उसको यूज करना है।
सर हो गया सर, आप मत कीजिए।
Responsibility must remain human. Ethical judgment must remain human. Decision whether an argument should be advanced must remain human. Use AI as an assistant, not master. Right? Let AI assist you, but let AI don't become your master. Never appoint it as your pulses. Now, you must be remembering the famous case Justice A. Puttaksani was the Union Appendix. The Supreme Court recognized privacy as a constitutionality protected right. But here is the interesting point, where does the Constitution use the word privacy as a fundamental right? Now, again I am saying that these are interpretations, not mentioned in the Constitution. Interpretation. Now, technology creates a new factual situation, constitutional principles interpret that situation, and lawyers, courts eventually resolve the disputes arising from it. And lawyers operate at every stage. That is why I say the law you study today will not necessarily be the law you practice tomorrow. Your real education, therefore, cannot end when your degree is awarded. Don't think once you get a degree of law, that ends. No. Now, the question is, what the courtroom teaches that the classroom cannot. क्लासरूम में टीचर पढ़ाते हैं, कोर्टरूम में क्या दूसरी पढ़ाई होती है, इसी का कुछ. Now, I want to speak to you about something more practical. I have had a privilege of seeing advocacy from both sides of the courtroom. As an advocate, you prepare your client's case, you identify your strongest points, you anticipate the other side, you enter court hoping to persuade the judge. But when you eventually sit on the other side, something interesting happens. You begin to understand advocacy differently. So what does a judge actually want from a lawyer? Knowledge? Certainly. Confidence? Yes. Good language? It is always helpful. But let me give you a few things which become extremely valuable in courtroom. First, tell me what the case is about. That is the facts of the case. Second is, do not read the court 20 judgments. You are armed with several judgments. No. Judgment should be relevant one. Maybe one or two recited, but relevant one. Sometimes it is assumed by the lawyers that more citations, stronger the argument. No. You may cite one case that should be relevant, that will let you keep there, victory. Never hide the judgment that goes against you. Yes, बहुत बार होता है. That important judgment is against you. You consider that. Hide one. जो आपके पेपर का है वो आप डाल दें. But keeping in mind, the judge is having both the judgments. आपके अगेंस्ट वाला भी है. तो पहले आप अपने अगेंस्ट वाला जजमेंट भी दिखा दो. Yes, this is against me, but what I am citing that favors me, and I hope that is more important. Never confuse aggression with courage. Learn to say, I will check. कोर्ट में ज़्यादा एग्रेसिव भी नहीं हो, चिल्लाने से विक्ट्री नहीं होगी. Be humble, be submissive. If you have a point, certainly you will win victory. Now, sometimes when you find that yes, I am not well prepared, I am not armed with judgment, I am not one with the facts, there is no harm in saying, I have done this matter, I will come prepared, some more preparation is needed. Now let us talk about careers. How many here want to practice litigation? प्लीज आप कितने बनने चाहते हो हाथ को Now it is your choice. Judicial services. How many of you want to join judicial services? Now corporate practice, company law. कितने लोग corporate में जाना चाहते हैं? civil services, IAS, IPS, IFS. Good. Now, how many of you have no idea? So you are not late, never late. There is still time.
सर हो गया सर, बहुत समय हो गया, 50 मिनट से आप बोल रहे हो।
Now it is also said, which field is booming? अभी criminal lawyer का डिमांड ज़्यादा है, सिविल का डिमांड ज़्यादा है, सिविल रीजन, सर्विस मैनेजर की डिमांड ज़्यादा है, सर्विस रीजन, you have to know each and every law. Expertise comes later on. When you are master of laws, then comes the expertise. कौन सा किसका व्यवहार करना करेगी आपको सब जानना है, ठीक है ना? Now, find abilities that will develop the idea and laws movement. What are those abilities? Not merely the head-on, not merely an online summary. This time talking about judgment. Judgment का head-on है, not कर दिया. Never go through the judgment. Read each and every paragraph of that judgment. Know the facts, know the law, and then comes the result. And then comes whether it is reversible or it is whether it is relevant or useless.
हाँ सर, अब छोड़ दीजिए।
Now, the most important is that procedure. One has to know the procedure. That is more important. The students naturally enjoy constitutional questions, but when you enter practice, procedure suddenly becomes very real. Jurisdiction, limitation, mentionability, pleadings, evidence, interim relief, appeal, review. So if this law आता है, you have to examine all these things, whether it will be maintainable for the High Court, where it is maintainable, फाइल करना है कोर्ट ऑफ सेशन में, सीधे हाई कोर्ट में फाइल कर दिया, योर केस विल बी डिस्कस्ड. So you have to examine all these things before filing a case. The procedure. Now, substance tells you whether you have a right, procedure often determines whether you can force it. Now, fourth, become comfortable with technology, but better at registration which are already unfolded. Now, build your reputation before you build your income. First, try to be a reputed lawyer. This may look old-fashioned.
So, can you speak now, please?
Yes.
Can you speak now, please?
Am I not?
Actually, we can't hear you.
I'm not audible. Even on mic.
Hearing
Correct. I try to be more loud.
power loss.
Reputation may become even more valuable
ऐसे
in
नहीं
an
बोलना
age
चाहिए।
when information can be manufactured, but the persons whose word can be trusted. If you promise, am I audible? Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
If you promise to do something, do it. If you cite something, verify it. If you make a mistake, correct it. If you do not know something, admit it. दिखावा ना करो मैं बहुत जानकार हूं. If a client asks you to do something professionally improper, have the courage to refuse. अगर आपसे कोई गलत काम करने के लिए कहता है, सेटिंग कर दीजिए, आपको तो ठीक चाहिए. Immediately tell him, get out. ये लॉयर का काम नहीं. Now, for those who want to become judges, let me ask those who raise their hands for judicial service. Some of you raise your hands. What makes a good judge? Knowledge of the law, certainly. Integrity, absolutely. But I want to add one more word, that is temperament. You can prepare for a judicial service examination from books, but a judicial officer eventually reads something no examination paper can reproduce. That is human consequences. Judge should be very humble, polite, and should have patience for giving patient hearing. अब समझो कि मैं एडवोकेट हूँ, मैं आप लोग के सामने बहस कर रहा हूँ। आप लोग को कितना पेशेंस है आपको सुनने के लिए, ये मैटर करता है। अगर आपको पेशेंस है सुनने के लिए, then you can become a judge. Otherwise, never think to become a judge.
भाग गया सर अंदर।
Judicial independence is not merely independence from external pressure, it also requires independence from motives, prejudices, and exemptions. Now, we are concluding, but with the final case. Before I conclude, I want to give you one last problem. Suppose it is the year 2035, this of my future. An AI system assists the judge. It reads every pleading, it analyzes every precedent, it examines previous decisions involving similar facts, it predicts an outcome with 98% statistical accuracy. The system says, bail should be rejected. The judge personally believes that the peculiar facts of the individual case justify granting bail. Who should decide? Why? If the AI has analyzed more cases than any human being could read in a lifetime, why should the judgments be made? Now we have raised the real question. Law is not simply prediction. Justice is not simply identifying what happened in statistically similar cases. Law involves reasons, context, individual circumstances, rights, responsibility, and ultimately accountability for the exercise of power. The machine does not take the constitutional oath. The judge does. Before elevation, you have to take oath. And that is binding on us. Now, three things I want to take away from this class. What is that? We have discussed service law, we have discussed constitutional law, we have discussed evidence, we have discussed artificial intelligence, advocacy, and careers. But I have actually been trying to make only 3 points. First, do not merely learn legal answers. Learn how to identify legal questions. Second, the tools of legal practice will change. Professional responsibility will not. Third, do not prepare only for the first job. Prepare for the 40-year professional life. Concluding, I began today's session by asking if 2 lawyers know the same law, why does one become exceptional? Perhaps we can answer that question differently now. The exceptional lawyer is not necessarily the person who knows the largest number of judgments. It is the person who can identify the right question, find the right principle, apply it to the facts, explain it clearly, adapt when the law changes, use new tools without becoming dependent upon them, and remain worthy of the trust that the court, the client, and society place in member of the legal profession. Many years ago, I sat where some of you are sitting. 40 years ago, I used to also sit here, all the time, classes. और अपने टीचर्स को चुनता था एज अ स्टूडेंट. My journey took me from these classrooms to the bar and eventually from the bar to the bench. Your journey will be different. Some of you will litigate, some will become judges, some will enter corporations, some will teach, some will work in the fields of law, which perhaps do not even properly exist today in any law identity. And that is precisely why I will not tell you to prepare for the future. I will tell you some things slightly different. Prepare yourself so well that when the future of law changes, you are capable of changing with it without losing the principles that made you a lawyer in the first place.
हो गया सर, हो गया
Before I
खत्म.
wind up, before I say goodbye, before I say thank you to you for giving me a patient hearing,
हो गया
I
सर.
would like to share
कोई और थे.
one of my experiences, my own experiences, personal experience. I was a third-year law student. Miller Synod Hall को देखा ना?
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
University में Miller Synod Hall. In one of the functions, I was representing law college. So भाग्य प्राप्त था. I was there. I got the first prize. But तो होता है. Our vice chancellor was G.P. Sinha, head of the Department of Education. He said, we are cost. We have to donate. We try to donate it to runners of college. Chief guest was the then Chief Justice of Patna High Court, Honorable Justice A.B. Singh, and the newly elevated judge at that time, Honorable Justice Prabha Shankar. तो फंक्शन खत्म हो गया. I was called. Just I आपको बुलाया. I was called. Meet me in the chamber. अब सोचो God, third year law student को हाई कोर्ट कर दिया था. Meet me in the chamber. रात भर तो नींद नहीं आई. क्यों बुलाया? जेल भेजेगा कि गलती हो गई. Next day, it happened. One of my friends had a brother in the High Court. He was an advocate. उनसे जाके हमने बोले इसे चलो मैं लेकर चलता हूँ. आई वेंट देयर. हमें नाम नहीं बताऊंगा कौन से जज थे, बट दोनों में से कोई थे. उनके पास गया. He gave me a pad. कहा शाबाश, you have done very well. मैं क्या बनना चाहते हो? मैंने तुरंत कहा IPS बनना चाहता हूँ. इससे UPSC की तैयारी कर रहा हूँ. Yes. तो फिर लॉ करने की क्या जरूरत है? हमने कहा इन्वेस्टिंग माई टाइम. क्योंकि पढ़ना है, यूनिवर्सिटी में कहीं रहना है तो लॉ कर रहे हैं. इसे लॉयर नहीं बनना है. मैंने कहा कभी नहीं, ड्रीम में भी लॉयर नहीं है. ही वॉज वेरी सीरियस टू इट. बोले देखो भगवान किस्मत सबको देते हैं, अपॉर्चुनिटी सबको देते हैं. इट इज अपॉन यू टू अवेल इट. बहुत अच्छे ओरेटर हो. आई डोंट नो यूपीएससी में क्वालिफाई करोगे कि नहीं, बट लॉ फील्ड में बहुत अच्छा करो. मैंने उनको प्रणाम किया, बाहर निकला और ये बोलते हुए तो उनको तो बोलना था, बोलना मैं कभी लॉयर नहीं बनूँ, मैं तो IPS बनूँ. बट सी दैट डेस्टिनी यूपीएससी क्वालिफाई नहीं किया. बट आई स्टार्टेड विद लॉ स्टडी. मैंने कहा बहुत कहीं नहीं जाना. Started practicing in Patna High Court, 10 years in Patna High Court, shifted to Jharkhand in 2000. Only after 6 years, 2010, designated as a senior advocate. 2016, elevated in the bench. So it is all destiny. Law से बड़ा कुछ नहीं. स्टूडेंट, एडवोकेट और लॉ टीचर, आपसे बड़ा कोई नहीं है क्योंकि आप लॉ के जानकार हैं. फिर मिलते हैं। हम ये कहना चाहते थे कि हम तो जा रहे हैं लेकिन आपसे नाता खत्म नहीं हो।
यस सर।